For the first time in 10 years, I am coming back to Kinnick.
Are you serious?
I'm back, baby!
What? What about Don?
You're not that
You're gonna
good
leave
of a
Don
fan.
in Florida?
Yeah, what the hell? Is Don going?
No. CBS decided to send me. It's just too big of a game. And you know what? The reason I was there 10 years ago is because ESPN sent me because Iowa was perfect 10-0, and they were getting ready to play Purdue in their final home game and ended up finishing up a perfect season. And now, 10 years later, CBS sending me to cover Iowa. Wow. In one of the biggest games Kirk Ferentz has had in the last 15 years. I just found out.
That's
yesterday.
pretty odd. Like, so what are you going to be doing?
Believe it or not, I'm actually going to be doing a Jimmy John's commercial with Jenny Dell.
Well, that sounds lovely.
That's on Friday.
What do you mean a Jimmy John's commercial? Like you?
Freaky fast, Jimmy John's.
Yeah, I mean, we Jimmy John's tailgate food. We're going to do something like that on Saturday morning. But I'm going to be talking with Dan Lanning. And
whoa, you're going to talk to Dan Lanning?
Yep, and do a little.
Sounds terrifying.
Do a little pregame, postgame from Kinnick Stadium. Weather's going to be just terrible, just terrible.
It's going to be 85 and sunny in Fort Worth.
Is that right? And that's where you're going to be, huh?
I'm taking the kids, and I got us an Airbnb with a pool.
You're pissing all over my carbless forecast. Jeez.
Huh.
Carbless forecast coming up. Hopefully this time Van Woke is a little bit more on the money.
Well, congrats. That's awesome. I'm glad this is happening.
I had no idea. Just one of the bosses came up to me yesterday and was like, "Hey, what are you doing this weekend?" I said, "Actually, my dad's coming." And she said, "Oh, because we were going to send you to Iowa City."
I'm there. I'll go.
I said, "All right, my dad can reschedule."
Well, Don can catch a flight to Big D. Just move his flight over. He'd come hang out with us.
Hang out with you at the Iowa
Airbnb,
State
yeah.
TCU game.
Yeah, why not? He'd have a great time.
At your book signing.
Jason's got a good point. Instant Iowa from Kinnick? What are we thinking?
I was thinking about that.
Well, that's the issue. I've got to do post game, so I don't think I'm going to be able to join Instant Iowa. We have a backup plan. Andrew Downs has secured a backup plan, and I think it's a pretty good one. I'm being told the Todd Brommel camp might be in play. And look, I'll join if somehow I get delayed or if I get off early. I will try to join, but you guys know how it is at a stadium with that many people around and the horrible
Are you coming
Wi-Fi.
because you know I'm going to be gone?
I was thinking about that too. The last time I came, you were in Ireland. And now this.
That feels like a decade ago.
The last time I was there for a vacation, you were in Ireland. It does. It really does.
Iowa State was good then.
Different times back in August. But anywho, I'm getting ready to go, and I'll be there. I'm coming in on Friday morning.
All right, brother.
And,
let's go. Let's get after a big show tonight.
Covering
let's
a huge game for the Hawkeyes. We'll break it all down right here on Two Guys with Chris and Chris.
As a student athlete, life can be pretty demanding. Fortunately, I can always count on Fareway to help me refuel and bounce back. It's why this is right where I want to be. Fareway, your home court advantage.
Rodeo fans, saddle up for the Cinch World's Toughest Rodeo, presented by RM43, January 9th and 10th at Casey Center. Come early for autographs, pony rides, and more. Get tickets now at HiVTix.com. The buck starts here at the Cinch World's Toughest Rodeo.
Chris Williams, Chris Hassel. Two Chris's, one network. This is Two Guys. Presented by Fareway Meat and Grocery. From the Channel Seed Studios, this is Two Guys. Exclusively on Iowa Everywhere.
The comments, the live comments, are nothing but questions about what the hell happened to John Miller.
I don't know.
Like, what?
I got a text from John Miller last night.
Yeah, we did.
No
Yeah.
shit.
Yep. He's around. He's just like, I can kind of respect it. He did the fan site thing for so many years. He's just completely checked out of it.
Is this what's going to happen to you when you're 55 or so? You're gonna go sell propane and disappear?
No, I won't do that, but I could totally understand just wanting to like get out of that world at some capacity. Just being, I love it, but it's a grind when your team's losing.
Was it last
Everybody
year?
just tells you it's your fault when they lose, it's a thing.
Was it last year, Hassel, when Miller was co-hosting Instant Iowa with you that he called for?
Yeah.
He said Kirk Ferentz was going to retire.
Well, he did the Iowa State postgame with me, the Instant
Yeah.
Iowa. Yeah,
That was one of our
he
best
did that
shows.
show.
I think in that show he said, "Yep, this is it." for
Really
Kirk."
enjoyed that one.
Bet you did.
Presented as always by our friends at Fareway Meat and Grocery. And main man Don Hassel he sent us this tonight. Look at that.
It was a
Those are some
charbroiled.
big ass burgers right
Yeah,
there.
he's got some burgers on the grill. My dad, you're right, they are big. My dad used to make burgers the size of my face when I was a kid.
He needs to smash them down a smidge more.
I think that's 2 pounds of meat, and he made 4 burgers out of 2 pounds. And he doesn't put it on a bun. It's just a huge burger, and he'll just put some pepper on it and cut it up with a fork and eat it, and then have plain Lay's potato chips as the side.
It sounds like a good old fashioned Iowa barbecue right there. Pardon me, I'm getting my Cyclone women are on right now. Do you know that?
No, I saw Audie in the
Yeah. Just getting it all
pre-rolls.
getting it all jacked up. It's the same team Iowa played in its opener. Southern. So they just went from one area of the state to the other. We are presented as always by Fareway Meat and Grocery. Thanks to them, they've been the only title sponsor we've ever had on Chris
That's
and
it.
Chris. And I hope it's that way for 10 years because we love the partnership. They're awesome.
When we
They are
started
also-
Iowa Everywhere, I believe all we had were 3 shows. It was this show, it was CW Pod, and it was Miller and Williams.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about
Fairway
Miller.
was our presenting sponsor.
Don't
Yeah.
forget about Rose and Bloom.
Oh, yeah.
Was that an original too?
The
Rose and
Bloom
Bloom?
and that was a really fun show. Sage would bring on all these like really famous people. I got to interview Ricky Williams with him. That was awesome. Like seriously, it was a lot of fun. I'm gonna see Sage. Sage is coming to my book event in Fort Worth on Friday. Looking forward to that.
Are you going to have like a book event every week from now until the end of time?
Well, this is only the second one.
Really? It feels like this is like number 4.
No, this is only the second one. Thank you to Matt and Aiden. This is very kind. I love those guys.
I love the hat.
They got me some Leech gear today. They got me this awesome shirt. Look at this shirt.
The mad scientist, Mike Leach.
And then they bought me a real air raid siren.
Is
Like
it possible? Is it possible that maybe you could take that air raid siren to Jack Trice Stadium and play that instead of have somebody crank that dumbass, goofy horn before the game? Did you play this one yet? Like, have you heard what it sounds like?
No,
No,
look at
'cause
the
we-
bottom of it. So it's got like it doesn't have an on-off switch. It just like connects right into a power, like it's a frayed like power strip.
Yeah,
thing.
we learned that you got to have a little bit it's got wires and stuff, so got to work on that a little bit. But nonetheless, it's going to be a great prop for the CW pod set in the office, at least. So anyway.
I love it. Air raid hat.
Yeah, this is cool. I'm going to wear the hell out of this thing. This is great.
I was
very
thinking
nice
about-
of them. They did that because they were just for my book being done and out. So that was very, very kind. Thank you to those guys.
Is it out? Is it actually out?
Yeah, it's at the printer, and it'll be sent out to pre-orders in the next couple of
Okay,
weeks.
it's on the printer, but is it out?
Yeah, well, I mean, you can pre-order it, and once we get them in, they're getting shipped out. So, yeah, it's done.
Great Christmas gift.
Yes.
I have gotten
Will you
books
read it?
for Christmas gifts probably 10 different times. I've never read a single line of any book I've ever gotten. Like, I've got books, I shit you not, I'm propping my laptop up on some books right now that I've never opened. Let's see, this one is The Bears.
That looks fun.
How the 1985 Monsters of the Midway became the greatest team in NFL history. Never once opened that.
Why don't you like to read?
Williams just let me borrow this one. Isn't this very Williams? Disrupt everything and win.
Yeah.
I love that book.
True story about that. Williams
book.
asked me for my mailing address to send me that book, and I said, don't even bother because you're just wasting money. I'm not going to read it. So don't send it to me.
Don't you, just... I think this is my problem. Because you're always like, you can't just sit still, right? Mm-hmm. I wake up every day, and all I can think about is how much I suck and I need to get better.
Wow, it sounds
in
like
some capacity.
Sounds like how Scott Sipker wakes up every day. That's not a healthy way to wake up.
Listen, I'm a flawed man. I
wake
but
up.
that's what I just want to learn. I want to learn. I'm curious.
I wake up not hating myself, but hating everything around me.
Yeah,
which I think is healthier than what you do. It's better to hate everything around you than to hate your own self, right?
It reminds me of the George Strait song. I hate everything. We are in the Channel Seed Studios.
Our team, our dream. A Cub fan's journey into baseball's greatest romance. Never once opened it.
A young girl's journey from Rochelle.
It also reminds me of the one time I ever got my Grandpa Bob, my dad's dad.
I had a Grandpa Bob, my dad's dad.
Wow, they are more alike than we thought. I got him a book for Christmas in, I don't know, it was probably 15 years ago. And I knew he was a big Democrat, big-time Democrat. Well, you know Donnie. You know Donnie, my dad.
You got to get that computer down. You're blocking your deal.
Comes from a long line of Democrats. Mm-hmm. And so I got him because this man was likely going to become a president very soon. I got him a book. I got him a Barack Obama book. And he didn't say a word when he opened it up. Didn't say anything, had no facial expression, just opened it up, set it to the side, and we moved on.
I'll borrow it. Can I borrow
racist?
it?
He's not. No, that's the thing. I don't get it. I'm pretty sure he voted for the guy.
Was he a racist?
No.
A lot of those old people, though, they're very unassuming racist. My mom was raised in South Carolina. Trust me, I've been around.
So you're saying your mom is racist?
No, she's not, but I have relatives that definitely were.
I don't think a racist is the right term. I think that they don't know how to properly behave in this day and age. Just like we're going to be the same way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
In 30 years. I mean,
try
when
10. Try 10 years.
Right now. When everything changes, what you thought was normal becomes completely unacceptable in just a handful of years. But I don't know. He just didn't say anything. And I don't think he ever read it. So please, don't buy anyone a book for Christmas unless it's Chris Williams' book.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to send Don an autographed copy. It's going to be great. I can't wait. Well, this was a fun show. What are you sipping on there, brother? A little Steeple Ridge?
Yeah, I got a little old-fashioned. Decided to, the last few weeks I was sipping on sparkling water, so
Well, that's funny because I'm not drinking tonight.
It's what happens every time. Oh, you got a little cyber shoe over there at Van
today. Look at
I
that.
opened up my gift package from Toppling Goliath, by the way. Very kind.
I tell you guys, I saw the real Sue this summer in Chicago.
And they
The Field
also
Museum.
do
Whoa.
make Cyclone shirts.
Oh.
Nice.
Now, did you get a personalized letter that claimed that the person was a Cyclone fan and a Vikings fan?
No, it just said, I hope you enjoy the IPA.
Okay, good.
But they also sent me one of these. I don't know if you got one of these.
Yes, I got one of those too.
I'll wear the hell out of that. I like that. That's
Pseudo shoe.
Poor choices coming up later in the show.
We got a lot to get to.
Iowa and Oregon. 2:30 kick. Kinnick Stadium.
Your
Battle
number
of top 20 teams.
Your number 20 Iowa Hawkeyes. What do you think about that?
Not surprised. I think that actually may have been a little higher than I thought they would put them.
I'm not going to lie. I was starting to worry when I saw there goes Washington. There goes Missouri. There goes Michigan. Like, okay, where the hell is Iowa? And finally, at number 20, they reveal Iowa. I think that's the perfect spot. I do.
Do you mind if I start the show with going long? Because I think it'll lead into our Iowa conversation very well. Let's do that. I would like to.
It's time to go long with Wealth Charter Retirement Planning and Tax.
The folks over at Wealth Charter want to help you for 2026. There's always these laws changing, all this stuff. You don't need to worry about it. Just let them. They're going to simplify your finances, I promise. Wealth Charter, Retirement Planning and Tax. So let's go long. So I'm not even doing this to be a dick. I'm just pointing out the importance of this game for specifically Oregon, too. Like, we're talking about it from an Iowa standpoint. Oregon's resume sucks, dude. Have you really looked at it?
Well, yeah, you heard the committee chair last night said that of all the top 10 teams, they had by far the worst strength of record. That's why they were ranked 9th.
Best win, I would say. So these are all on paper. At Northwestern.
See, I still don't buy that shit. Their best win is at Penn State, bar frickin' none.
I said on paper. Penn State is 0-5.
That's their best win.
On paper, their best win is at Northwestern. Northwestern beat Penn State at Penn State. How do you argue that? How can you argue that?
Because it's not reality.
Northwestern won at Penn State.
But it's not reality, okay?
Like hell it isn't. I saw it happen.
It's not. Their best win, their best game
is at
was
Northwestern.
when they went to Penn State and beat Penn State in the whiteout. That's their best win. It wasn't at Northwestern at the lacrosse field. I watched that game too. They were like 20-point favorites. It was not that.
Penn State is 0-5.
Penn State is Oregon's best win.
Their best win, unequivocally on paper, is at Northwestern. I would argue at Rutgers is right there. Potentially, I would say it's at Northwestern. Iowa's best win is a home win against Minnesota. On paper. You can argue all the other stuff all you want. I'm just saying, like, when you're just looking at this team and, like, the data, that's what it says. So I guess my point is when I look at this, like, if Oregon wants to make the college football playoff, and we all know what Iowa has to do, right? Like, that's a different conversation.
Iowa's got to win out.
Yes.
Oregon,
and it doesn't matter if
might
Iowa
be
wins
able
out
to sustain a loss.
Maybe, but this is a huge game for them.
It is.
This is a huge game for them.
Oregon has 3 of their last 4 games are against ranked teams. Like, they've got Washington, they've got USC, they've got Iowa, and Minnesota. And I know what you're saying. I get it. I'm really happy that the committee used their eyeballs and used analytics that actually back up what your eyeballs see, which is a really good team that's playing great football right now in the Iowa Hawkeyes, which is what the AP you talk about on paper, right? You know, you keep saying
I'm just saying, like, when
and on paper, you look at Iowa's schedule and results, and you don't see a top 25 team. But if you watch the games, watch how they played Indiana, watch how they played Penn State, watch how they dismantled Wisconsin and Minnesota, you can see with your eyeballs that this is a top 20 team. And that's right where they put them. And they're in position now to make a run at the college football playoff.
All that stuff is true. And then it's just from a micro point with both of these teams. So Oregon has a chance to get its like trademark win thus far in the season. Mm-hmm. And Iowa has a chance to kind of knock off that they can't win the big game against the elite team, the elite talent team. That we haven't seen Iowa win a game like that in a really, really long time. So that's just kind of how I've drilled down this game. I think it adds another layer to it because, you know, I kind of was a sucker because all offseason long I was a Penn State guy. And then when Oregon went in there and won, I just catapulted them up to the top of my poll because I just catapulted them right up to the top of the poll.
Catapulted?
Yeah, you shot them right up to the top. That's what that means, right?
It's catapulted.
Yeah. It's just, that's what I said.
You said catapulted. Add another one, Van Woke.
Mix in like catapult and cannon.
And can opener?
They cantalouped them right to the top.
Jesus. Fails is going to love that one.
I was listening to an Oregon show today because I wanted to get their temperature on the game.
Yeah.
And that's just like how they view it. They're like, we haven't beaten anybody. Is how they
haven't
view this thing.
Yeah.
So
no,
like if they could win this game, it changes the entire direction of like the perception around them, just like it does Iowa. So this is just a massive, massive football game. There's the macro thing, but then when you drill it down for both of the teams, really important. Really, really a fun matchup.
A lot of the commenters saying that Kirk Ferentz said tonight Iowa's going to wear all blacks once again, which Iowa has never lost in all blacks, looking to stay unbeaten. I don't necessarily love the spot that Oregon comes in on as an Iowa fan because already they were hearing, you know, you guys aren't good enough to win a national championship. You're not in that national championship race this year. And then last night, the committee not only ranks Iowa higher than a lot people thought they would be at 20, they rank Oregon 9. And the committee chair comes out and says, there's a lot of holes in this resume because they haven't done anything. Worst strength of record of any team up there. So again, this Dan Lanning, he's suited and booted like Full Metal Jacket with ammunition to give his team. And I'm not talking about the coach speak we heard last week from Parker. He's got the ability to say, hey, guys, they don't think you're good enough. You know, they said it right there. You haven't done anything yet. We need to go out there and prove that we are the Oregon team everyone thought we were going to be, that we were supposed to be last year in the college football playoff. I don't love that they have all that ammo. I was hoping that this was going to be a different position, like they would be so high, top 5, and maybe not going to happen, not overlooking the Iowa Hawkeyes in this game.
Yeah, I guess my biggest question is like just how good are they? And like you look at like who they've beaten and how they've beaten them. They struggled with Wisconsin. They really didn't dominate Northwestern at all. The teams that they've like won convincingly against suck. Talking about like Oklahoma State, like a lot, you know.
Their best game was against Rutgers. And then they killed Rutgers at Rutgers.
And then Penn State, right? And when they went into Penn State, it's a whiteout. Penn State was undefeated at the
Aller
time.
was
it was
playing.
A very different Penn State. I fully understand the nuance there. But I guess that Penn State thing, like having the hindsight when we watched their non-con they were beating bad teams, but not very impressively. It just feels like Franklin had something going on there that nobody really saw. I don't know. I'm not convinced that Oregon's like national championship worthy, but they're, to your point, they can prove that this week. If they go in and win in Kinnick right there, I think it puts them right back into that conversation.
They're really talented, but
No doubt.
really young. They are one of the youngest teams in the country, and that's one of the things that I like about this matchup as an Iowa fan, because Iowa is old at a lot of strong points. I mean, on the lines, at quarterback. I mean, this kid's coming in, and I cannot imagine him playing a game where he doesn't make a big mistake. He made a couple big mistakes against Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana won the game. In this environment, the Iowa defense has to force Dante Moore into making a catastrophic mistake, and Iowa has to make them pay. And with a team that's that young, yeah, they've been in a incredible environment at the whiteout against Penn State, but have they played against a team that's this good and this confident in that environment? And how's the weather going to factor into this?
Yeah, let's go to the carbless forecast with Matty Van Weatherman. What do we got?
Ooh, 43 and rainy, baby.
God, and
Welcome back
windy.
to Iowa, Hassel.
This is the worst weather you can possibly have.
So
Terrible.
we've had 10 people, I bet, ask in the comments, who does this favor? I mean, usually it would favor Iowa, but it's not like Oregon is foreign to rain. Like, it rains out there all the time. It's just this could take away their speed advantage, potentially.
I talked to Gary Danielson about this earlier today, and Gary will be on the call on CBS. And Gary didn't seem to think that it was going to favor either team, because you go to Oregon this time of year, and chances are the weather is going to be very similar to that. Mid-40s, rainy.
Well, they just played Wisconsin in the rain.
And that,
last,
yeah, they did. Yeah, and it was
2 weeks ago?
terrible.
Yeah.
And they didn't play well.
No.
Like, Wisconsin hung in that game.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe, with all their great skill position players, maybe that slows them down a little bit. But Gary said he thinks Oregon is going to try to beat Iowa at Iowa's game. He thinks they're going to try to play some smash mouth football, some line of scrimmage football, and try to overpower the Iowa Hawkeyes. And in that forecast would not really affect that. I mean, if you're just going to line up and run the ball, that's not really. If you're a high-flying team that likes to go deep down the field, it's different.
Gary must have some information, because the podcast I was listening to today is with a couple of former players, and they were leaning that direction too, which I thought was odd.
Leaning what direction?
The one guy kept saying they just need to put violence in their coffee all week. That was like how. That was the way he kept.
I think Iowa fans are like, bring it on.
I think that would be a mistake.
You want to do
by
that?
Oregon.
You want to get into that kind of game at Kinnick Stadium
That
in
feels
the
like a
rain
bad
against people
choice.
that are 4 years older than you at most positions?
Feels like a poor choice.
Ooh. Does feel like a poor choice.
I wasn't even going to get into poor choices yet, but we can still play it anyways. Good job, Maddie.
Maddie's
double
got a
fist in the
toppling
carbless and the toppling Goliath tonight.
God, Van Winkle's just going to be
unbelievable.
drunk. Pour in some Steeple Ridge, and Matt's just slurring his speech for
He's got my
blocks.
Steeple Ridge back
He's
here.
sitting on a Steeple Ridge cork right now.
Got it.
Matt, what are the chances your forecast is actually right? Because you botched last week's.
You guys put
That
me in a
was
really
horrible.
terrible spot here. You make me put these forecasts together like Tuesday night, Wednesday, 3 days before the game. It's terrible.
Matty Van sucks at the weather.
Well,
All
it
gas.
certainly sounds like it's going to be really, really bad weather for this game.
Yeah, and windy too. I didn't add that.
That's the problem.
15-mile-per-hour winds. So
I would rather have snow than that. This is miserable. Miserable.
Where are you going to be sitting?
I don't
in
know
the press
yet.
box?
I'm hoping. I'm hoping I'm not on the field if it's
I
raining.
hope you have to like carry Jenny Dell's cords around.
She said I could stand down there with her. They'll put up a tent for her in one of the corners.
So you'll be doing pregame and postgame for CBS?
Yeah, HQ. Yeah,
Nice.
it's
Okay.
What
What time's that start?
I don't know. I don't know when I'll be doing it.
But
I
yeah.
honestly I just found out about this, so I don't really know. But I said it over the summer when I recorded that video on my dad's porch in August. Iowa's going to get this game. This is Iowa's time to finally
It's your pick.
snap this route against ranked teams. This is not the same Iowa team that was losing all those games to ranked teams over the years with incompetent quarterback play, and you just never had a chance. This is the Iowa team that should have beaten an Indiana team that's better than Oregon, went into Oregon and piss-pounded them. If Iowa plays the way they've been playing the last month, they will win this game, and they will be top 15 next week going to USC for another monstrous game that also is likely to be on CBS.
2:30, right? We know the
It's
kick time?
2:30 no matter what.
Okay. So I pulled up the Randy Peterson picks column. You have Iowa 21-20. I have Oregon 27-24. I think it'll be a really close game. I'm kind of in prove-it mode with Iowa and these against these hyper-talented teams, but I think that this absolutely goes down to the wire. If I had to bet the game, I would totally take the 6.5 points with Iowa, and I would not be shocked if the Hawkeyes pull an upset here.
I think it has to happen. This is the time.
Well, we both picked it in the preseason.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. If it doesn't happen, it's going to be extremely deflating. I think every Iowa fan now is believing that this is it. This is the moment. This is going to be Iowa's biggest win in a long, long time, if they can get it done. And it's going to be on the fans too. And I know that even though the weather's terrible, everybody that has a ticket is going to be coming out and making a lot of noise, because this is going to be one of those games and potentially one of those moments that you always remember if you're an Iowa fan. And it's been a long time coming. Like Iowa went years without having a ranked team.
What do you have
come
a
to
favorite
Kinnick Stadium?
childhood Kinnick Stadium memory?
Man, I went to just about every game in 2002, and those were really fun. But they were all mostly blowouts. Like, I didn't go to the Iowa State game. I didn't go to the Purdue game. But I went to pretty much every game after that. But they were all kind of blowouts, so it wasn't it wasn't like, a huge matchup. I do remember 2004, last game of the season. Iowa just blasts Wisconsin on a really cold night at Kinnick and secured a share of the Big Ten championship. That was a lot of fun. Drew Tate was on his game. That was like peak Ferentz era. That's probably the best Iowa game I've been to at Kinnick Stadium. Was that 2004 finish?
I have a really weird sicko. I was at the Michigan State game that John Butcher, they snapped their like 24 game Big Ten losing streak with Ferentz. Do you remember that? It was when
so that
Ferentz
would have
finally
been
got
in 2000
or 99 even. When was Ferentz's first year?
They didn't win a game in 99.
So
They
it would
didn't
have
win
been
a
the
Big Ten
second
game
year.
in 99.
Yeah, it would have been his second year. Whatever. Somebody's going to remember that. It was Charles Rogers was the Michigan player. He's like a Heisman candidate going into that game.
You're telling me Iowa won the game?
Yeah, they snapped.
Okay,
it
so
was when they snapped their conference losing streak after Fry and Ferentz.
I remember listening to that game on the radio. Like,
Yeah,
it wasn't
that
even
with my
on
uncle.
TV in Muscatine. I don't know. Different times, man. different times. But in this new era now, when Iowa was supposed to fall back because you're adding Oregon and Washington and USC and you're out of the Big Ten West, Iowa was supposed to fall back, maybe all the way even to the back half of the Big Ten. You win this game, I think you can start to stake your claim as a top 5 Big Ten program. And that's saying something this day and age.
We'll move on now to Iowa State and TCU. Let's get our carbless forecast for that one, as I'll be heading to. Oh, and I should probably I'll do my comfort zone on the Hawks here real quick. But what do we got? 61.
I thought you said it was 85.
It said 80 when I was looking, Matt. Are you positive about this?
Let me double check.
Matt.
How bad is Van Wook
Let me look.
at forecast?
I think you're dead wrong because
Let me look. Oh, I pulled the Sunday weather.
Oh, my God.
83.
How can we let him keep...
It's going to be perfect. Whatever.
He's
83,
22
61,
degrees off.
Tomato. It's going to drop on Sunday, apparently.
Who gives a shit? It's Sunday.
Actually, I'm a little concerned we're not even going to be able to get on the flight. It sounds like they might be shutting down like half the airports in the country. Do you read about that?
Yes.
I'm a little bit concerned. I got to sell some damn books. I'm
sorry.
Real quick, my Wyckoff comfort zone for the Hawks.
Kick back and relax. Two guys have entered the Wyckoff Heating and Cooling comfort zone.
Feels to me all the stuff we've said remains true, but man, you got to get off to a really good start. Like, I just don't want to be Iowa in this situation because you're not a come from behind team against these elite level
Did it against Penn State.
That's not an elite level team. They're 0-5.
They're a top 25 FPI team.
They are 0-5. And it just the crowd is going to be so much in your advantage. And it just feels to me like, man, if you could, maybe this is one of those, because you got a young quarterback you're going against. If you could get Oregon down by 2 scores, get them down 10, put them in passing situations.
Let that Kinnick crowd just lean on them.
And let the secondary feast.
Yeah.
That's where, to me, and then offensively, then you don't have the pressure to really go downfield as much, and you can let Gronowski run a little bit, right? If you can get up 10-0, man, in the second quarter, gotta love
That's a lot to
Iowa
ask.
State.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I know,
sign
but
me up, man.
It's called the
10-0.
comfort. It's called the comfort zone for a reason. Damn it! I want you to be comfortable. Fast start.
That
Comfort
would
zone.
be something. You know what I'm envisioning? Ohio State 2017 pick 6 to start the game. Off to woodshed territory.
That's
Do you even know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You had a look on your face like my grandpa when he opened up the Barack
That was
Obama
the
book.
Brian Ferentz was a genius game. All you
Yes,
guys told me
it
how
was.
smart he was.
All right, so I got to get into my comfort zone for Iowa State on the road at TCU. Last week, I felt like I was right on. Like, have some goddamn fun out there. Like, smile.
Not a lot to smile about right now, Chris.
Like, come on. It's football. What are you doing? They didn't do it this week. I think the coaches have to force them into it. And I got this idea listening to you over the weekend, talking about that game. Force them into it by taking some chances. Call a flea flicker.
Yeah.
Throw the ball to an offensive lineman in the red zone. Call a fake punt. Run an end around. Like, do something. It's all. I've seen none of that recently from Iowa State.
I said this to Bloom. Could you imagine them doing that swinging gate right now
No.
that they did against Arizona?
I think it's because everybody has just been so tight. You clearly, whatever they've been trying is not working. Have have some fun with the play calling, right? Okay, the players weren't having fun last week, even scoring touchdown. Have some fun with the play calling, and maybe you can get them out of this. Now, what I'd like to know from you, because I also heard you say this. You said this is a Campbell special.
Well, yeah. Did you listen to today's show?
No.
Yeah, I totally walked it back.
What?
Yeah.
Why'd you walk it back?
Well, okay. So Matt's what I mean by that is Matt's teams generally have performed better when there's not a lot of expectations, right? In general.
I guess, yeah. Last season you didn't expect to go.
The 2021
11.
team was a disappointment, Like this year, everybody, you're in the top 13.
Okay, so why don't you walk this back?
Well, I mean, because I got to studying TCU more. And
TCU's good. TCU's better than I was.
They've got really good, big wide receivers that are going to feast on those corners. Iowa State's now down another starting linebacker in Will McLaughlin. Out for the season, announced yesterday. TCU is, according to its head coach, as healthy as they have been all year. And I oddly have more faith in Iowa State's offense going into this game than I do the defense being able to. I don't think they have the guys now. I just don't. Like you look back, like on Saturday, I referenced that Alan Lazard team that beat Oklahoma as a 30-point underdog. Mm-hmm. And that was like the kind of everybody's doubting you. I just don't think that team had NFL dudes. And this team has some. Don't get me wrong. I think more on offense right now than they do on defense. I think that Hoover and the wide receivers, this is a bad offense for Iowa State to play right now. And then it's like, it's blind faith to think that the team is just going to snap out of the offensive problems that it has. Like, hey, Matt, can you pull up Travis Hines' tweet from today, Des Moines Register? It was one of those graphs of like offensive efficiency, and Hines pointed this out. Like Iowa State has one of the best drive charts in the country, and they get nothing out of it as far as offense goes. So it's just like, look at that. It's like Iowa State, Rutgers, like they're a complete outlier in college football right now. They get nothing out of their really long, efficient drives. And again, would I be shocked if they go down there and score 35 points and snap out of it and they're running all over no, not really, but I would be shocked if Iowa State's defense can keep this thing, within reach on Saturday. I hope I'm wrong. I have a really bad feeling about this game. But then, like, when I say that, this is when Campbell's teams have surprised me the most in the past. So I've learned never to count the guy out. I've learned that very hard lessons over the years. My gut tells me they lose this thing pretty comfortably on Saturday. I hope I'm wrong.
What's the line?
6.5. Like, that's the thing. Like, they're not
same
a
as
huge
the Iowa-Oregon line.
Yeah, it's not a big deficit here. But I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about it. I think that just get to the damn bye week, win your last two games, go 7-5. I would be very happy with that right now. I would sign up for that in a heartbeat.
What do you think that they'll do at the quarterback position?
Well, and I definitely think that Rocco Beck will be the starting quarterback, and I think that he should. I think he should be. My gut tells me that they will probably just play it straight. And Rocco's the guy. We're going with him.
What would you like to see them do?
Some gadget stuff with Moberly. He's a really good running quarterback. He's played some snaps. And just this goes into your having fun thing. And this is why I brought that up the other day. I'm not trying to bench Rocco Beck. That's not my point. The offense needs something. It needs some sort of a jolt.
Yeah.
And especially when you get into these red zone deals. You can trace it back, Chris. Their offense started to struggle after Rocco Beck took the hit in the Arizona game. He's running less than he used to. He's a very effective runner. And it's my estimate. I'm trying to look at reasons why this thing is stalled out the way that it has. Well, he's not as accurate. They're dropping passes, yada, 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 all that stuff. What's the one thing I can trace it to that has changed significantly? He's not running as much, and he's a good runner. Watch all these really good teams in college football. How many of them have stationary quarterbacks? Not many. Hell, watch the NFL right now. Most of those guys are running some. I think Rocco got banged up in some capacity. Maybe he's got an injury that we don't even know of, and I don't think he's running as much. And so, and I understand that you made the point on Monday, and it was very well taken, that they are running the ball consistently right now. I get it. It's just different when it comes from the quarterback in a passing situation, right? It makes your defense have to game plan a little bit more. Right now, when I'm game planning against Iowa State, when he drops back, I know what he's going to do. So I just would like to see Moberly or Mansky, whoever, I don't care, in some sort of a – Moberly's the better runner of the two, which is why I keep bringing him up. I actually think Mansky would probably be the second-string quarterback if they had to go to one today. But just take a load off of Rocco, because I still have faith that this offense could just blow up and have a really big day. You're putting it all together. I think you're catching TCU at a really bad time. They still have everything out there for them in their minds. I don't like – they're coming off of a bye. You're going into one. I don't like how it sets up. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, they have 2 losses. One of them was by 3 points at Arizona State. The other one was at Kansas State. I mean, they've taken care of business. They have a win against SMU. They blew out North Carolina. Like they have been a better team than Iowa State, and they've got BYU, Houston, and Cincinnati down the stretch. Now, maybe they're going to be looking ahead to that. Like, those are the teams ahead of them in the standings. Iowa State's not. Maybe they'll take Iowa State for granted, and the Cyclones can bite them.
Again, they're only like a 6-point underdog, so it's this isn't like this.
I can't pick Iowa State. I just can't.
No, you can't.
I've done it too many times, and it's been humiliating too many times. There's no reason that you would pick Iowa State in this game. None.
Which, in a weird way, again, I think that's probably they probably like it like
they
that
probably
right
do.
now.
Yeah, they probably do.
They don't.
But I'm not going to do it. In fact, I'd probably lean TCU -6.5.
Oh, I definitely would. Matt, can you pull up our predictions from the Randy Peterson column? I don't have those in front of me. I just had the Iowa ones. I know I picked TCU by 14. And that was being a little bit generous. I went, 38-24. I had a high scoring. I don't think Iowa State's going to be able to stop them very well. I'm a little concerned about that.
I've got 27-20 TCU.
Okay.
Did anybody pick Iowa State?
No, everybody's off the deep end now.
We've had so many times where we've all picked Iowa State and they lose.
This is probably just the way that Matt Campbell would want it. But, again, like, you can't the most overly sensitive Iowa State fan in the world can't blame anybody for thinking TCU is going to win this game. Like, this would take, turnovers. Like, you got to have some and then maybe you can get that juice back and you can go. But, man, the McLaughlin injury this week, to me, it's just like they don't have the dudes, man. Like, I'm watching the defense. They're playing feels like they're playing like 6 guys in the secondary right now. Like, they're just throwing guys out there to see who it. That's the biggest problem with me, because I feel like they are searching on defense. And that's a problem as you're going into November football against a really good quarterback, against an elite offensive mind and really good wide receivers. When you're playing that many guys in your secondary, that, one, it means you have a ton of injuries, which they do, but 2, it means you don't know who to put out there, and you're trying to have a guy prove it to you, and that needs to be happening on the scout team and not on Saturdays in Big 12 football. So if Iowa State wins it, defense has to get a couple of these turnovers. Offense has to wake the hell up and perform the way we all know that it can. But you can't blame anybody for not having faith that that's going to happen.
No, none whatsoever. And if they win, great. But
yeah,
I'm not picking it.
Thank our friends at Freedom Tire for support. I know Quentin's probably agreeing with me. He loves the Cyclones.
Down bad.
Yeah, poor bastard. Got a Freedom tire. You know what you should do, because it's going to snow this weekend. You should get your new tires and name drop.
It's going to snow?
Potentially. That's what Van Stinkel, what did he there's a chance of snow, right?
What?
There may be a chance for some snow overnight, like Saturday into Sunday, I think.
God.
But it's not going to be much.
I hope it
trace.
just blizzards while Hassel's here.
That'd be great.
The last time I was at Kinnick, it snowed 8 inches.
I'll show you 8 inches. Locations in Altoona, Ames, Des Moines.
Probably
West
only
Des
about
Moines.
6-7 inches, I'd say, probably.
Oh,
What, the snow?
God damn it. He knows what he's doing.
Game Day Men's Health. You want to talk inches? You go to Game Day Men's Health. Games of the week. Let's go.
Get up. It's game day. Chris Williams and Chris Hassel take a look at this week's best games. Powered by Game Day Men's Health.
The thing about our partners is that we can say stuff like that and it doesn't offend them.
Our sponsors suck.
Now, why do you got to do that?
That's what I said in the commercial. Remember the game day commercial? I hate our sponsors.
You have no tea. Game Day Men's Health. Got to go get my shot tomorrow, right in the rear. Because you know what I like? Daddy gets his shot on Thursday, so he's all teed up for the weekend. I need max tea on the weekend.
It's in your ass?
Yeah, you're right on. Oh, it's like a hip.
Like right in the anus?
No, it's your hip.
Like they insert it directly into your ring?
No. God, no. No. It's like your butt hip thing, right in the middle
hip?
there. Yeah.
All right, who's starting?
Who do you want to? Who I think you should start because that's what Matt has the slides for. Go for it.
How do you know that?
Because I can see it down in the studio.
Promise you, I didn't pick this game. Kidding. Wait, what? I didn't pick this game.
What the hell are you doing, Matt?
Who didn't pick this game?
We didn't pick this game. Neither
What?
one of us did.
I don't have that on my 3 games. What is happening? What has happened to
What
Van
did you
Hook?
have then? This is what you sent me.
That's not what's in the rundown.
Okay, what's your first game?
Oh, the rundown. I had a typo in the rundown.
Oh, God, it's Williams' fault.
Well, but you did pick Tulane and Memphis.
but
You
it's
did
not
do
in the
that.
Top
rundown.
3.
I'm
Yes, it
looking
is.
at the
You sent it
goddamn
to me
rundown.
Monday.
You sent it on the 3rd of November.
Oh, Jesus.
Son
You
of
have
a bitch.
Tulane, Memphis. You have
Son of a
Indiana,
bitch.
Penn State, and you have Nebraska, UCLA. That's
So,
yours. I
Memphis
copied
and
mine
Tulane.
onto yours. Sorry, that's my fault.
I'm so.
Matt's
I'm
right.
s-
You're wrong.
God, I'm so pissed.
You're gonna
Memphis
be really
is at
pissed when
home
it
against Tulane.
Snows all over your
the
face.
Fighting.
See, look at this. Here's my
The
email.
fighting. Chris Williams is. Memphis is the team right now in the driver's seat for that G5 spot. I mean, if Tulane goes in there and wins that game, this whole thing is up in the air again. South Florida, right back there in the mix. They've got a big game against UTSA this week. Might be hearing more about that. It's just a really interesting game. I know Tulane's taken some hits, but 6-point dog at Memphis. Memphis has really toyed around with some teams. And Van Wilk, that's the AP ranking, number 22.
Because I made these before the damn ratings
no-
came out. You sent these to me on Monday. That's why I make them.
No Group of 5 team is ranked in the CFP rankings.
Little note too that Summerall appears to be the favorite to get the LSU job right now. He is the Vegas.
He's going to
favorite.
get one of those SEC jobs. You know, maybe Golish goes to Auburn. I mean, those guys are in line for some
Golish
big
at
bumps.
Auburn would be interesting. I think Golish ends up at Arkansas, but we'll see.
All right, what's next? No!
Jesus Christ.
Inject it into my veins.
Wait a minute.
Penn State at home
14
against
point spread.
Indiana. Wait a second. I
They're
thought
a
it was a 16.5 point spread. 14.5.
14 and a half point
No.
underdog at home. They're
No,
0
no,
and
no.
5.
They're
and you're
getting
gonna
more
sit
than
here.
that. They're getting more than that. You'll see it on locks.
What the hell? You're the only one that picked Penn State.
You're just in the bunker right now.
No, I'm not,
stupid.
dude.
I know what you're doing.
I'm telling you. I told you last week they're going to get one of these games. They're either going to get Ohio State or Indiana. This is going to be a really, really good game. And if you're smart, you'll take Penn State plus.
Okay, I've asked
16
you
and a
this
half.
every game, every week. What will it take for you to say that they're not good?
If they look terrible this week.
So then that'll be enough. 0-6.
Yeah. If they look terrible this week.
It's 14 and a half, you son of a bitch.
Wait a second. So, Williams, we're only going to get 14 and a half for that game? We picked that. We both picked that as our locks at 16 and a half.
I don't
grab
have
it at
Penn
16
State.
and a half?
I didn't take Penn State as a lock.
We've got it at 16 and a half.
Yeah, if you grabbed it on Monday, it very well could have been 16 and a half. So I'll give you that.
It was
That's
16 and a half earlier today. I guess
Hey.
it's going down because of people like me.
Honesty is the best policy, and I know you wouldn't you wouldn't take janky point spreads for locks, right?
I would not do that.
You're an honorable guy.
I'm way above that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't call him honorable.
All right, what's my next game?
Van Honest.
Ooh, this is an interesting one. Nebraska without Dylan Raiola at UCLA. UCLA is favored in this game. Nebraska's entire season could completely crumble with a loss here at UCLA. A UCLA team that I don't know what the hell are you going to get from them? I have no clue at this point. Just an interesting game to watch.
That is an interesting game.
It's not a great week of there's not
these
a
games
ton of
suck.
games.
I only had 2 that I was really interested in after those, and then I just threw a third one on there. I'm going to be honest. BYU at Texas Tech, one of the best games of the year in the Big 12. Absolutely love it.
What do you mean one of? This is the game.
Yeah, but Texas Tech at Utah was a huge game, right? Like there's really big games. This
Big
is one
12
of the
is in great position right now with those first rankings.
Utah just needs to just win and not get into the championship game.
If Utah wins out at number 13 right now, they're not going to get into the title game, but they might be high enough to get an at-large bid. That's huge.
Texas A&M at Missouri, man, it feels like A&M's got to lose at some point, right?
Yeah.
Stay tuned. And then I threw this one in there because I had to pick a third. Navy at Notre Dame.
It's a 26.5-point spread.
Is that really what it is? I
Yeah.
feel like that's got to be off.
No, it's not.
Navy's 7-1.
Yeah, but
Dude, the games this week suck.
They do.
Like they're
They do.
truly, truly bad week of college football. So I'm actually glad I'm going to be on the road at the Iowa State game because it's normally I'd be sitting around and there's just not many good games. I want to do before we get into locks. Let's do poor choices because I've been making a poor choice here for. Well, I'll let you start, Chris, and then I'll get into mine because it's going to lead us into locks of the week.
What are you talking about? I don't have a poor choice.
You don't have a poor choice? Yeah, because
No.
you're perfect.
Everything's been great.
So, brought to you by Toppling Goliath. About every week for the last year and a half, I've been picking against BYU. Just never quite can trust and believe that BYU is as good as what their record has been. And this is on me. It's been a poor choice because I've been wrong way, way more often than I've been right. Ladies and gentlemen, locks of the week here on Chris and Chris. We're going to drop them all over your frickin' face.
I made some poor choices last week, too.
Maddie Van Wink's 0-4 last week.
Like bad, too. Like really bad.
Oh
13
my
and 15
God! You
on
had
the year.
Houston minus 13.5 against
Really
West
bad.
Virginia. They lost.
I got to
outright.
stop picking against. That's the second week in a row.
West
Poor
Virginia is a
choices.
different team now.
What did Hassel do last week?
I had a winning record, 3-2.
Hey, that works. 16-21 on the year.
I'm stacking them.
Penn
I'm
State got
slowly crawling back to 500.
Ooh,
Unbelievable, Williams. Jeez. How
3-1
many winning
last-
weeks in a row is that?
24-13 on the year. This has been a good year. This has been a profitable year. I'm going to start off in Lubbock. BYU at Texas Tech. Doesn't it seem like there's just too many points for BYU? Go the
Well,
other way.
They're begging you to take BYU.
When Texas Tech has had its quarterback, they have killed everyone, including last week at Kansas State. We were all wary of them. You go back to the Utah game, and then you look at the Arizona State game. It's like Hammond's in there, sold-out crowd. That was their last game with Leavitt and Tyson. It just feels like Texas Tech wins this game by 17 points. BYU comes back down to earth. That's why I led with them in poor choices, because here I am again going against BYU. It has not been done well for me. We'll see how it does. I'm going to take touchdown in Missouri against Texas A&M. Top 25 team, home game. Again, like it just feels like these SEC teams have to get knocked off at some point. So I'm just going to yeah,
Texas A&M. It feels like they're due for a loss.
Yep. I'm taking West Virginia minus 6.5 at home against Colorado. West Virginia, doesn't it feel like Rich Rod's getting a little bit going here a little bit?
He found a quarterback.
And
Tried to
Colorado,
warn Woke last week. Didn't listen to me.
Deion Sanders is literally like posing tryouts for his scout team to leave the program. He just demoted his offensive coordinator this week. They are grasping for anything at Colorado. Now they got to travel. I want West Virginia minus 6.5. Last but not least, doing something I don't do very often. I don't like teams going west, but I'm going to take 15.5 in Northwestern.
Did you just steal like all of my picks?
No.
I send my picks in on Monday.
Well, I don't look at them. This is good for our audience. I'm not stealing anything. It means you got to ride with the two Chris's, because I like Northwestern plus 15.5 at USC, coming off of a big win, letdown spot for Troy, the men of Troy. I want the 15.5 with a good Northwestern squad.
Yeah, Northwestern's not bad. Like USC is not that good.
Correct.
I'd be stunned if they covered that spread. I'd put like 25 units on that. So I'm with you on a couple of those. I'm with you on Northwestern plus 15.5 at USC. I'm with you on West Virginia minus 6.5 against Colorado, because Colorado is a dumpster fire right now. We talked about Penn State. Do I get the 16.5? I mean, I sent it in Monday when it was 16.5.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
14.5 now.
I'll give it. That's a sharp play.
Okay.
They're going to lose by 17. So
you're picking a money line, right? I mean,
I am going to sprinkle that money line. You better fucking believe it.
Whoa, what's it at?
I'm also going, let's go up top. I'm fading Golish.
Yeah, I don't blame you here. I like this play.
UTSA got a
They're
real big win last week. Traylor, the head coach, was feisty in his postgame press
I like to watch
conference.
Barry's games because he's your buddy, and I've spent a little time with him, and I watched that game. UTSA is pretty good.
UTSA's talented. 14.5. They're
Too
getting
many
in
points.
South Florida.
Too many points.
Give me those.
By the way, Penn State,
And I'm
you
also
get a money line plus 500.
What? Penn State plus
State
500?
money
Oh,
line.
I'm in. Yeah, I'm in.
It doesn't seem like very much value for a 17-point underdog, but man. All right.
And my fifth pick, Willie Fritz bounce back at mid-Florida.
Okay.
Plus 1.5. Houston plus 1.5 at directional Florida.
I think I could get on board with those. Not the Penn State one. I'm not touching that. Really like the UTSA
You'll be
game.
sorry.
Really like the UTSA game. All right. What do you got, Van Winks? Drop them all over our face, buddy.
So is Houston a favorite now? Because I got him at
Jesus
-1.5.
Christ!
Hang on.
Well, again, you guys have got to realize these odds
That's
are moving
flipped.
constantly.
Yeah.
So it's like
Ooh.
reverse line
Yeah,
movement. That
I
ain't
send
great.
mine in on Monday so that
It's
Van
all
Winks
over the
can get a
place.
head start.
Well, Houston opened as a 2.5 point favorite, but
Jeez.
yeah, it's all over the place.
I'm Mr.
Well, if you got him at
Sharpie
plus
over here.
1.5,
Yeah, I'm Mr.
Do I get
Sharpie.
him?
Yeah,
Do
you
I
can
get
take him at plus. That's fine.
Okay, we'll see.
Sure. I'll give it to you.
Uh,
You need all the help you can get right now, buddy boy.
I think that BYU Tech. I don't, Williams. I don't see that being a blowout
no,
like you
you're
think.
gonna fall for it. He's getting fish hooked.
I think that's gonna be a great game.
He's getting fish
I think-
hooked. BYU plus
Well,
10.
A good friend of mine gave me this hat with the Texas Tech logo on it today, so here we go.
Great hat. Give me Iowa plus 6, man, at home. I love this spot for Iowa.
Love that.
Love it. I'm gonna play that right after we get done with the show. My first NFL pick of the year. Bills
Dude.
minus 9.5.
Miami's
Miami.
a train wreck.
Oh, they're terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. This
They
might
all
be
like
their last
hate each
game.
other. They hate the coach.
I haven't picked an NFL game. I think this is it.
Is that all the talk down there, Hassel? Is everybody just hating on the Dolphins? Because it feels like
it's a disaster. They just fired their GM in the last week, and look, Josh Allen kills the Dolphins. He averages 3 touchdowns per game in his career against the Dolphins. He's like 14-2. So I think that's a pretty solid play.
You like that? All right. Give me back above 500.
Well, best of luck to everybody out there, especially Van Winkle. We got to get you going, buddy. You were just flowing with confidence earlier in the year. Look at this guy.
I'm going to have winning tickets from Circa all over the board.
Man, you ain't experienced anything until you've done the Circa thing with John Miller and Van Winkle. Oh, my God.
Is that the last time anyone saw John Miller? Was when you went to Circa like a year ago?
That was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago?
Jeez. That was March Madness 23.
Matt does this thing that I've never been with another human who does it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be sitting there at like Mega Bar, and like I don't really gamble unless we're at the table or it's sports, right? Like if I'm gonna go to the table though, I'm gonna sit there for 2 hours and like feel this thing out.
Yeah.
Matt will just like go and take a piss.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll just stop at the table on his way back to the bar, and he'll just play like 2 hands of blackjack and get up and leave.
You know who hates that? Every single person that's at that table.
No, I usually find the tables where there's like 1 or 2 people at. I met a really nice Swedish guy at Circa last time. Great conversation. This guy was. Yeah.
Remember the time that Van Winkle brought the full pizza onto the plane?
Oh, that was on the way back from Vegas. Yeah.
Good test.
Vintage Van Winkle.
I've got a rough plane ride back to Iowa this week. Oh.
What are you doing?
So since it was so last minute, like everything sold out. I'm sitting in the ass toilet of a American Airlines flight, like row 33.
The ass toilet?
Yeah, like I'm back in the ass of the plane next to the toilet, row 33, on like every flight. It's horrible. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not built for this anymore. As a Delta Diamond member, I'm not built for this. But there are no Delta flights into Cedar Rapids or Moline or anywhere.
Are you flying into Cedar Rapids?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the direct to DFW for each of mine, so that's
Must
super
be nice.
easy. Super easy. Although I do have to, when I'm coming back from Vegas, because I'm going out to Iowa State's basketball tournament, and I want to get back for Thanksgiving, I have to do a stop because it's the only way I can go to the game, and then I got to stop in Denver on the way back, so I'm missing things. Like this deal, they may shut down half the airports. Did you see this?
No, they're shutting down the airspace.
What the hell?
I haven't heard anything about shutting down airports.
What the airspace?
Yeah, like there's certain parts of the country where you won't be able to fly.
They were saying like 1,800 flights a day would be canceled. You're not coming to Iowa, brother. You may as well tell Don's ass to start driving.
You sound like my dad. My dad was all worried about this because we're trying to oh my God, you'll love this. So I've got to reschedule my dad's flight back here because he was supposed to come tomorrow and spend the weekend here, but he can't because now I've got to go to Iowa City to cover the game. So he's like, I don't know how to. What am I supposed to do? I got a flight. I don't know how to cancel it. I don't know what to do. I got the insurance, but you need a doctor's note. It's like, what are you talking? A doctor's note?
The death certificate. I need a death certificate.
Like, if I schedule a flight somewhere and I can't go, you call them up and they give you a voucher for the full price of the flight. No questions asked. So, no, I need a doctor's note. I paid $45 to get that insurance, but they says I need a doctor's note to get that money back. It's like, what are you talking about? So I give the information to my wife, who's really good at this sort of thing. And she goes and she starts looking it up. He gives her the confirmation number and all that. Can't find it. Like, where is this thing? Finally, she finds it. She finds my dad's itinerary. He put down that his name is Donald.
Oh, no.
First name Donald, last name Donald. And so now it's a whole thing.
Yeah, the name thing's a big deal.
Oh, it's a whole thing. And if he would have tried,
Donald.
Don. If he would have gone to the airport tomorrow,
He wouldn't have gotten on?
Nope. But now he's going to have to call the airline and say, I put down Donald. Here's the other thing. He doesn't know how to email. He claims, because my wife said, just forward me the email of the confirmation number. He said, no, in my email, I can only see emails and read them. I can't send any. What are you talking about? He has a Hotmail account. He says his Hotmail account, he can't send an email.
Hotmail's still a thing?
Yeah, I've got a Hotmail account.
Like Hotmail actually is.
Oh, it's still there.
Exists.
Yeah, I still have a Hotmail account. Hassel_Chris at hotmail.com. Send me an
that
email
was
right
stupid.
Zach's in the comments. I would love to hear what would Donald please come to the game.
Especially in the Trump era.
Mr.
Seems like pseudo-political.
It's just one thing after another with that guy. Anyway, can we get to our top story?
Which one?
Your Iowa men's basketball team. And Ben McCollum, fist pumping, tie flapping, scoring 100+ points against Robert Morris.
Hypocritical quote in postgame.
I suppose you're upset with what he said in the postgame?
No, I actually don't blame him. I was just messing with you.
Did you watch this game?
Yeah, I watched about the first 30 minutes and then I turned it off.
Dude,
I
watched the whole game.
Yeah, it was good.
The whole game?
Really good. They
Absolutely.
looked really good.
It was fun team, man.
Yeah.
What's the over under
weird
going to be for the Cyhawk game?
It's weird not hate watching Iowa basketball.
I got text messages from people that I hadn't heard from in years, but friends of mine that are Iowa fans, like, this is so refreshing to watch.
It was fun.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and that was the misnomer with McCollum coming over from Drake, is that, well, they've got the 350th fastest tempo in the country. No. That's he played that way because that was the way he needed to play to win. They are not a slow tempo team. They are a precise team. And look, Robert Morris isn't Michigan State, but Robert Morris isn't bad. Like, they won their conference last year, a bunch of new players. They've got a really good coach. That's a really good program at a low major level. That was about as good of a start as you could have possibly asked for last night.
Sturts looked great.
But McCollum is asking for more. Like, he's like, fans, you need to stand up more. You need to stand up. You don't be spectators, be fans. And I love that. Like, he's got to do all of this damage control. Like, Fran McCaffrey let this thing rot all these years and let it seep into the fan base and into these season ticket holders. And McCollum is like, he's got multiple jobs, and it's not just coaching the team. It is getting this fan base back. And you know what? God damn it, that student section was great on those risers.
Look good.
True CEO of Iowa basketball, right? Like, you gotta build it from the bottom, really, and that's what they've done. It's a completely new roster.
Look at that student section
church
back
pew.
there.
Look at the church pew.
Oh,
Look great.
It does
like
look
that.
good. That
It
does
does.
look good. Yeah, compared to what we're used to
and
seeing.
this is just, it's temporary. Like, they're going to find a better solution. Beth Getz, I guarantee, is going to find a better solution. Maybe she already has for next year.
Do they? I haven't really looked. Probably. It's just, do they have interesting non-conference games?
They play Xavier, I want to say next week. That's like the most interesting game they have in the first 5 or 6.
Okay, I see that.
And
it's
then
the 14th.
they're in one of those turkey
Ole
tournaments.
Miss. They play Ole Miss. Yeah, that must be the turkey tournament.
Same week, Iowa State's doing something like that too, and that's
the Iowa
When
State
you
one.
get 2 Big Ten games in December.
Yeah,
so.
and that's the other thing. You dive in. Like, you got the 2 Big Ten games and then Cyhawk game. So they have 5, like, I'm trying to think of the right word now because we're not allowed to say the word that I want to say anymore. Patsy's, Cupcake. I don't know what it is. Yes, a bye game, I guess. But a bye game doesn't do it justice. Like, I mean, come on. Someone going to slaughter. A quad 4
Putting them out to
I
pasture.
guess, is what you would call it. So they have, 4 or 5 of those games, but I could not have asked for anything more in that first game. I really couldn't.
Oh, it was fun.
And I wasn't disappointed by the showing. Like I saw a lot of that on social media. Like, geez, nobody's showing up. 9,000 fans paid. Maybe 5,000 were there. Like, he's got so much dirt to dig out of. So many corpses to dig out to get back to Carver Hawkeye Arena. Like that. That's exactly what I thought it was going to be fan-wise. And I guarantee you it would have been a lot worse if Fran McCaffrey was still there coaching that game.
Oh, that place would have been a morgue.
Oh, yeah. So I'm excited.
You should be. I'm happy for you. And it'll be a lot more interesting just in all winter long. And he's a fun guy to root for. Again, I've followed Ben's deal since he was at Northwest Missouri State. It's fun for me when I go back. My sister and mom are grads from there. Southwest Iowa is like everybody goes down to Maryville for football and basketball.
And that's
games.
what's funny to me. Like
They
I hear
all
these
love Ben McCollum.
These Drake people, they're like, well, he brought that from Drake. No, he brought it from Maryville.
And he would have. I truly believe Ben would have stayed at Drake had this job not come up. Right? Like, I don't think he wasn't going to go and get West Virginia or.
And I understand like what he said, and I don't know if Matt has the clip.
It's easy to poke fun at, but there's nuance.
He said, what was it? Basically, you should be thankful for where you are. The grass isn't always greener. It was an interesting comment to make after his first game, but this is a guy that I 100% believe no matter how much success he has at Iowa, he will stay at Iowa.
Well, he stayed at D2 after winning national championships for over a decade.
And he was waiting for the perfect job, and Drake finally gave him a chance. Like, he had been trying for that. Yeah. He wanted that job. He finally got it. And what did he do? He took them to an incredible level in year one. And I think there are some similarities here with Cignetti. I posted this last night. Cignetti was a guy that was always, kind of as a head coach, toiling in a lower level. And he goes to a Big Ten school, takes a bunch of his low-level dudes with him. And what do you know? These low-level dudes are actually really good at that level too, because he just knows how to coach. And I'm not saying Ben McCollum is going to lead Iowa to the Elite Eight or anything like that. I think there are some similarities where if you're that good of a coach, you're that confident in what you do, that special things can happen.
What's also like the Northwest Missouri people are all like they're all like Iowa fans now because they just loved him so much.
I sense some resentment from Drake fans.
The Drake thing, yeah.
They've been scorned so many times. Matt, go ahead and play that, what he said after the game in game one.
Courtesy of Sean Bach.
Gives me heck. He's like, you always think that your grass is greener. I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, wherever you're at, you just think it's better than everywhere else. And so I think it's actually a compliment. But I've always seen it from that lens of looking internal and figuring out what you have and making that place as great as you can possibly make it, and not really having that outside eye. Now, naturally, it occurs, just when you have a level of success, but I don't think that people that chase some of those things necessarily accomplish what they want to accomplish. because they're chasing things that they really don't have control over. I don't have control over the fact that University of Iowa opened this year, and we just happen to have a good season at Drake, and I just happened to take the Drake job that day. Like, I don't have any control over that. It's just dumb luck, and I'm fortunate enough to be in that position, though.
I think there was some nice context there. That's different than just reading the quote.
Absolutely.
In a tweet.
Especially how he ends it.
And I don't know exactly what was asked, but you look at this guy, and Jess Settles called it out last night on the broadcast, gave Iowa Everywhere a shout out to our conversation from maybe 10 months ago or so, when the Iowa job we knew was going to open. And we were talking about how these coaches, these big-time coaches, are calling Ben McCollum for advice. This guy could have gotten the hell out of D2 a long time ago. He didn't. He was waiting for the right opportunity. And Drake was a job he wanted. And he took that, and he got them a win in the round of 64 and was one of the best coaches in the country. And all of a sudden his dream job opens for the first time in 15 years. Like, I don't know what was asked there. I don't know why that came up, but I have no problem with what he said.
Well, best of luck this weekend, my friend. I hope you get to enjoy it. I hope it's
Penn Quakers open up, I believe, on Friday night. Fran McCaffrey's first game.
Oh, they haven't played yet?
No, I think Friday is their first game.
All right.
It's going to be sicko mode. Sicko mode. Like when we were watching Deacon Hill at Utah Tech.
Yeah. I found myself doing that the other night with old Iowa State players. Like JT Rock. Like all the guys that have transferred. Like, oh, how'd he do in his first game?
Rock ended up at a decent spot, right? New
Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good
follow
spot for him.
along. Yeah, he'll do real well there. Hope so, at least. He's a good kid. All right, thanks so much. We love the Wednesday night shows. Fareway Meat and Grocery bringing us.
Well, cheers to the freaking weekend.
Oh yes.
Cheers to the freaking weekend. Let's raise our glass of Steeple Ridge bourbon.
Thank you so much, Maddie, for reminding me.
Van Woke, you can go ahead and unplug yourself from the Steeple Ridge cork that you've been sitting on the whole show.
Why do you got to? Oh, that's beautiful. I'm getting on the jet plane, taking the wife and kids, going to the Big D. Coming up all weekend. I'm actually really looking forward to it. Taking the girls their first Big 12 road game. Going to see some good friends down there.
Do the girls know how shitty Iowa State has been?
They don't care. They just love the Cyclones, man. Just love the Cyclones. Yeah, so it's funny. I've been to a football game at TCU, but never a TCU game. I watched the Armed Forces Bowl there one time.
What the hell were you doing at the Armed Forces?
Because I was calling the Iowa State TCU basketball game that night. And our hotel was right by the stadium, and the football Tulane was playing. So I bebopped on over there and watched Tulane. Just sat in the stands and watched it. It was a lot of fun.
Scattered all over that place.
Yeah. So but a really nice stadium, cool campus. I love Fort Worth. It's one of my favorite cities because it's like the country cowboy stuff. I just love it. So looking forward to hosting an event on Friday night with the Dallas-Fort Worth Cyclones. So that's my weekend. You're coming back.
Yeah.
And you're going to be working all weekend too. Just a lot of work this weekend.
It's going to be colder than a wet witch's titty that's been soaked in rain and wind at Kinnick Stadium.
The witch's titty that's been soaked in rain and wind. Huh. Maddie Van Winks, what are you doing all weekend?
Oh, man, watching the Clones. And, hey, I want to give a quick shout-out to our friends at the Iowa Wild. They're hosting their Hockey Fights Cancer this weekend, Sunday, November 9th, 6 p.m., post-game skate. Very cool event that they do.
Huh. Man, we're full in that mode now. I was at Hilton the other night, watched Iowa State, and the women. What's the women's update? I haven't, for some reason, my ESPN stopped working, which is kind of funny.
They're up by about 29.
Okay, so they're rolling. They're rolling. We are in that mode where all the different sports are hitting at once. Awesome. Hassel, you got to come out and go to Vegas with me and Cooper in a couple weeks. Go stay at Circa.
And that is the Iowa State holiday tournament?
Yeah. St. John, Otzelberger versus Patino.
And is there some kind of book signing event out there?
The Sunday before it, yep.
Oh, you are something else.
Yeah, people are saying there's like a curse on Williams when he does a book event. Boulder.
Oh,
it's gonna happen.
Wait,
or it
Iowa
just means
State,
the team's losing every game
Iowa
right now.
State
I don't know if I'm the problem.
Started shitting the bed. That's Rocco Beck's problem. You can all trade. You can trade not to the head hits. You can trace it back to the release of the book.
I'm gonna wear my Rocco Beck hat to the game on Saturday to
Love it.
support my guy Rocco. He's gonna bounce out of it. Big game coming up for Rocco. We'll see.
Well, that
All
was
right.
fun. I always enjoy these Wednesday night shows. I wonder how long we'll be able to take it.
He's Chris Hassel. Maddie Van Winkle is the elite producer of the program. We'll be back on
Oh, now
Monday.
I'm elite? Because you're giving me shit all show.
Quit talking about the weather and you're just fine. See you guys. Have a great weekend.